Dress announcer, Father Craig Collison.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Veterans Memorial Auditorium and the 1996 Iowa High School Boys State Basketball Tournament. This semifinal round contest in Class 4A features the Mohawks of Mason City and the Wildcats of Davenport North. Let's meet the non-starters and assistant coaches of both schools. For the Mohawks, number 45 is Mike King. Number 5, Steve Loker. Number 51, John Bodecker. Number 35, Mike Brody. Number 15, Van Tompkins. Number 23, Tony Callahan. Number 25, Ben Logan. Number 31, Neil Garlock. Number 41, Alan Schreiber. And number 43, Corey Davis. The assistant coaches of the Mohawks, Mr. Dave Cisetti and Mr. Jed Borba. And now here are the non-starters and assistant coaches of the Wildcats. Number 25, Kate Featherstone. Number 55, Aaron Blanks. Number 45, Derek Klinkenberg. Number 15, Sean Hicks. Number 13, Latron Hampton. Number 33, Ishmael Obleton. Number 41, Steve Rush. Number 43, Zach Churchill. Number 53, Corey Coburn. And number 51, James Crawford. The assistant coaches of the Davenport North Wildcats, Mr. Jim Wessel, Mr. Tyree Davis. And now, here are your starting lineups for the 20-1 Mohawks of Mason City and the 17-5 Wildcats of Davenport North. For the Mohawks, a 6'2 junior, number 33, Matt Bartell. For the Wildcats, a 6'1 senior, number 21, Shad Burridge. For the Mohawks, a 6'11 junior, number 53, Brent Harriman. For the Wildcats, a 6'2 senior, number 31, Kyle Burridge. For the Mohawks, a 6'10 senior, number 55, Steve Heston. For the Wildcats, a 6'6 junior, number 23, Ricky Davis. For the Mohawks, the 5'11 junior, number 11, Mike Peterson. For the Wildcats, a 5'10 senior, number 11, Mickey Sisk. For the Mohawks, a 6-foot junior, number 21, Dean Oliver. And for the Wildcats, a 5'11 senior, number 35, Anthony McQuay. The head coach of the Mason City Mohawks, Mr. Bob Horner, and the head coach of the Wildcats, Mr. J.D. Rios. Ladies and gentlemen, the officials assigned to this contest by the Iowa High School Athletic Association. The referee, Mr. Richard Peterson of Pleasantville. The umpire, Mr. Steve Bebout of Woodward. And the bench official, Mr. Robert Oldus of Iowa City. And now, let's play basketball.
Mason City, the highest seed left in the 4A field because Iowa City West has knocked off Cedar Rapids Jefferson. Mason City dressed in the dark uniforms and Davenport North in the white uniforms with a blue trim.
This should be an interesting jump. 6'6" Ricky Davis against 6'11" center for Mason City.
Steve Heston to jump for Mason City.
Davis gets the tip.
Oh, what hops he has. We're going to see that all afternoon long, but it didn't take long, did it?
No, he was quick to the ball, too.
On the dribble is the hero of the last game, Mickey Sisk. His driving layup with less than 5 seconds to play gave Davenport North a 50-49 win over Sioux City West. And that is Sisk with the basketball right there.
Mason City open up into the zone. Ricky Davis plays in the middle of that zone. They want him to handle that ball.
Now, there's such a great size differential when Mason City goes inside. If you're Davenport North and your tallest starter is 6'6", what do you do to counteract that?
Here's what you do. You press them. You go after them and try to get the game in transition so they don't set up and get their big guys down. There's Harriman handling the ball right now, 84 feet from the basket, which is what you hope will happen, and then they make a mistake sometime before they set up.
Harriman is 53, Heston is 55, the Twin Towers. Dean Oliver, number 21, number 11 is Mike Peterson, as Oliver tries to get the offense going, and Ricky Davis has the rebound.
Great play, great defensive play.
Great move. What a move by Dean Oliver, and Mason City is on the board first.
Great steal, and yet a great rebound by Ricky Davis, who not only rebounded but took it down the floor. 6'6" young kid that can handle it like that.
The takeaway by Mike Peterson. Here's Oliver again. Peterson trying to save, and does. He flipped it off the fingertips of Davis. Good heads-up play by the junior, Mike Peterson.
Dean shot that layup a little higher, I think, than he needed to. He's thinking the guy was going to go for the block and end up missing the layup.
The inbound speed stolen by Mickey Sisk. Tries to tie the score. And he is fouled on the way down by Mike Peterson.
Well, he made the last basket the other night, and he made the first one tonight.
And so Mickey Sisk, a 5'10", 165-pound senior, ties the score at 2 and has an opportunity to untie the score at 6:38 in the first period.
Something happened on an out-of-bounds play because the ball was just thrown deep into the backcourt, and Mason City didn't know where it was. Maybe a miscue on the play.
This game comes down to free throw shooting. Davenport North really struggles at the line. They're only a 58% free throw shooting team.
Well, as you just saw, free throws play a big part in games like this.
Matt Bartell, another junior, to inbound. Bob Horner's got a team laden with talent, and they're a young team, as they have those junior starters in there. Here's Davis trying to finish. Good save by McQuay. Good touch pass to get it back to Davis.
Yeah, great play of keeping the ball alive and not forcing a bad shot and getting the ball back to Ricky Davis on the break.
First lead for Davenport North at 4-2.
The problem with pressing, you want to press a team like Mason City because of their big guys, but they also got Dean Oliver, and he likes that because then he can push the ball down the floor.
It is kicked out of bounds by Bartell, and it will belong to Davenport North.
How many teams have a 6'10" guy shooting 74% and an all-state guard that's already committed to go to a Big Ten school? That's a pretty good basketball team.
It really is. And again, only one senior starter. That's Steve Heston. 4 junior starters in the Mohawk lineup. That's a machine.
Tell you what, they've had a great year this year.
And McQuay hits the shot. So Davenport North opens a quick 7-2 advantage on the 3 by Anthony McQuay. He is a 51% shooter at 3-point range. He's a streak shooter. But when that first one goes down, look out.
That's right. That means he's had some bad nights, 0 for 6 or 7, but he's had some big nights, 8 for 9 or something like that.
And the answer at the other end comes off the fingertips of Matt Bartell.
Well, already both backcourts have scored. Both guys in the backcourt have scored for both teams.
This is Anthony McQuay. The 21 is Shad Burridge. The Burridges are not brothers, they're cousins. They played together a long time, though. Davis goes baseline, gets the ball inside to Shad Burridge.
Great pass on the penetration. Under control, bounce pass. That was a super pass.
The Wildcats are showing no reluctance to take it inside against the tall timber of Mason City.
Oh, their quickness is impressive so far.
Harriman on the putback.
74% field goal shooter right there. When he gets the ball underneath the basket, you're in trouble.
Nebraska has already offered Harriman a scholarship, but no doubt they'll have to get in line because there are other Division I teams that are just now discovering Harriman. Dean Oliver really tending to overshadow Harriman, but his coach Bob Horner says he's only 150% better than he was last year. Another tray by McQuay.
5 in a row.
McQuay, 2 threes to open the ball game for Davenport North, and they've got a 5-point lead.
5 baskets in a row for Davenport North.
Oliver trying to break down Sisk, gets past him to score.
That's a very difficult shot. He did a reverse dribble in the lane and still got under control, went up straight and hit the shot.
Davis tries to answer his future Hawkeye teammate, cannot do it, and Steve Heston pulls down the rebound.
Well, that's why they need to make those baskets. That guy's 6'11" that just got that rebound. That's tough to combat. There's Harriman inside again.
He got the double team, then he got fouled by Shad Burridge.
He did a nice job there. He caught it, he pivoted, never put it on the floor. Watch this. He catches the ball, bobbles a little bit, but see, he doesn't dribble it and doesn't have a chance to lose the ball.
Burridge at 6'1", trying to defend against the 6'11" Harriman. Now, he's always played undersized. He basically plays the post at 6'1", and J.D. Rios says he's really hated to have to ask Shad Burridge to do that, but somebody's got to do it.
And I remember LaFesta Rhodes, we had to have him play the center one year. He did okay. You get a kid that's a good athlete and can run the floor and rebound the ball, he'll be fine.
Now, Harriman, you talk about his ability from the field. 69% free throw shooter, even though he missed that one. Was 9 of 11 against Dowling the other day, so he has good touch at the line as well.
Exactly.
And he brings Mason City back to within 2. There's a timeout on the floor. And now here's a word from your local station. In our first game, when Iowa City West defeated Cedar Rapids Jefferson, at the end of one quarter, it was a 12-8 ball game. Here it's 12-10, Davenport North, and still 3:30 to go in the first. This is a contrast in ball games.
Yeah, you're going to see a lot of points.
Take a look at the shooting. It's been outstanding.
Very, 71% for Davenport North.
Oliver leading the Mohawks on the break, looking to tie the score, and he'll have to do it at the free throw line.
Great block by Ricky Davis. Fouled him with his body, but boy, he went up there and timed that thing just right. Here he goes. Good block, but he gets him with the body a little bit. You know, the NBA, if you block the ball, then they don't care what happens below the ball. And I think that's not all bad either. If you get a clean block, you're going to have some contact.
Dean Oliver can tie it by hitting both free throws. He's an 86% free throw shooter.
That is outstanding to have a point guard, because late in the game, he's going to have the ball. And boy, you want him to be able to make those free throws. 86% is just tremendous.
He does not tie it up, and the rebound is taken down by McQuay. McQuay gets it back and puts it in, and McQuay has scored 8 points quickly for the Wildcats.
Unselfish pass by Sis. Could have taken the shot, made one more pass, and got an easier shot.
Dean Oliver, second-team All-State last year as a sophomore. This is Peterson. Now Tony Callahan, who's just coming to the ball game at that last dead ball, a 6-foot senior. He wears number 23 for the Mohawks. The pitch on the baseline, the shot put down by Mike King. King, a three-sport athlete at Mason City. Oliver now for three. And the foul on the attempted takeaway by Mike King, and that will be his first. So Davenport North with the ball on a 1-point lead at 2:28 to go in the first period. Team fouls are even at 2. The starters, Bartell, number 33, and Heston, number 55, come back on.
I think you'll see Mason City subbing their big guys and give them a little break if this game continues to be this fast up and down.
And this would be tough on a big guy to play.
That's right.
For 32 minutes. Shad Burridge on the back line with Sisk. There's Kyle Burridge getting it inside.
Again, a smart play not to force up the shot. He got inside among the Giants and passed it outside.
Davis over Harriman.
Oh, that's a nice shot. Turned and faced the defense, saw he was open, and took a good balanced shot.
Davenport North by 3. Here's Peterson pulling up. Peterson loses the rebound to McQuay. Anthony McQuay, a big factor early for the Wildcats. And who's got it this time?
Whoa. Roller hockey there for a minute.
It's 4-on-2. And McQuay strips it from Bartell without picking up a foul.
That was a nice drive, though. He gave a little change of pace, and the defender let up a little bit, and then he turned the speed on and took it the rest of the way to the basket.
Mason City down by 3. 1:30 to go in the half, or rather in the quarter. Sisk will lead the Wildcats out on the break.
Even though Mason City scores 10 more points a game, I think this pace is to Davenport's liking. Run those big guys and keep the game going up and down.
Kyle Burridge hits his first shot. And now all 5 starters have scored for the Wildcats. Heston, offensive foul.
Another good play by Ricky Davis there. I'm sure Heston thought he was going to try to block his shot, so he bared down, took the charge. There it is. Great position on defense. Took the charge, got the call. Davenport North's playing very well right now, Larry.
They certainly are. They send Aaron Blanks into the lineup, a 6'5 senior. He wears number 55. Ricky Davis will get his first blow, and it's the first time that J.D. Rios has gone to his bench.
Well, they're 8 for 11 from the field. I think he feels like when this is happening, put anybody in, and they'll keep going that way.
Final minute, first quarter.
Man, this has been a fast quarter.
It really has. Only 5 fouls have been called, and really very few turnovers.
Sometimes in a running game, there's less turnovers than there is in a ball handling control game, because you handle the ball so much more against a set defense.
That makes sense.
Oklahoma was that way. They play 110 points and have 6 turnovers.
Shad Burridge, number 21. Kyle Burridge's cousin, number 31. Both are seniors.
Looking at what kind of ball control they might have to have late in the game. See how they do on this possession. 17 seconds to go. They've handled the ball well so far.
Chad Burge dribbling at the top. Now Burge down the middle to the hole, will get to the foul line.
Good quick drive.
Chad Burge just stuck his head down, went right down the middle into those tall players, and he got fouled.
He does a nice job of seeing get set with both feet and go up strong. That way, if he does get fouled, he's under control and has a chance to make the basket, rather than a one-footed layup where you're off balance if you get hit.
Steve Loker with his first foul. J.D. Rios on the Davenport North bench has got to like the first 8 minutes of this ball game.
No, they've played almost a perfect game to this point. It's almost a perfect quarter.
The official score needs a word with the referee, Richard Peterson, before play resumes.
The amazing thing is they're 8 for 11 from the field, and yet they're only 5 points up. So, I mean, there's certainly hope for Mason City.
Boy, you're right. Chad Burge, great ball game the other day against Sioux City West. 12 points, 8 rebounds, 2 assists. In that come-from-behind victory after the Wildcats trailed by 19.
Hey, one there, got 9 seconds, guys. One shot.
Well, you mentioned earlier they're not a good free throw shooting team. You're going to have to make those free throws in a game at this magnitude.
They are 0 for 3 thus far.
Good rebound by Harriman there. Kept the ball real high, kept it away from a chance to get knocked away, and they converted the other end.
Oh,
no,
my.
they don't. It didn't go in, Larry.
It was everywhere but down.
Holy cow.
That's the end of the first quarter with a score. Davenport North 18, Mason City 13. We'll be back at Veterans Auditorium in just a moment.
Mustang money. You could win a hot new Mustang now. All you gotta do is match your lucky number. Let's win and ride. All you got to try to win. Bet you'd like to take that Mustang for a spin.
When you shop any of the 63 Fairway stores, Iowa's most economical food store, you'll find the finest USDA choice beef cuts in their full-service meat department. Fairway also has a wonderful produce department with a wide variety of farm-fresh fruits and vegetables. And be sure to look for these specially priced products at your local Fairway store. Proud to bring you the Boys State Basketball Tournament games. You'll find everything you need at Fairway, Iowa's most economical food store.
All right, let's check out some of the excitement on the floor with Fairway's Fan in the Stand, brought to you by Fairway, Iowa's most economical food store. Let's go to Tim Seaman in the stands.
Hey, thanks, Larry Morgan. You know, the tuba guy doesn't always get a lot of attention. How about respect? I don't get any respect. I carry this big thing around. Do you think people would respect me? I don't get any respect whatsoever. Well, he's helping this team get respect on the court, no doubt about it. What do you think? Can you get this thing in the win column? Oh, yeah. Here's a bag from Fairway and Gatorade. Thank you.
Tim, I'm glad you picked the tuba guy, because Jim Hallahan and I happen to be two broadcasters who respect tuba guys.
Darn right. Anybody can carry that thing around for a whole game. I don't know if that's going to fit in that bag, though.
You bring up a good point. 18-13, Davenport North with the lead as the second period begins, and the foul was called on Chad Burridge, and that'll be his second foul.
The game is going the way Davenport North wants it to go, and that's a running up and down the floor game where Harriman's only touched the ball twice, only gotten one shot off inside. See if they can continue to do that. Obviously, it helps when they score every time down the floor, too.
Yeah, it makes it easier, doesn't it? Starters back in for Mason City to start the second period. As from the perimeter, the left-hander Dean Oliver with his 7th point.
Good ball reversal. Dean caught that ball, never dropped it down even to his waist when he made that three-point shot. Quick shot.
That's his first 3 in the ball game. He's only a 29% three-point shooter, but you get the feeling that as he matures and gets stronger, that'll get better.
I also think you get the feeling that the bigger the game, the more he'll make. Little 2-3 zone now. They were in a 1-3-1, I think, earlier. Now they've gone to a 2-3.
Blank's the only non-starter in the lineup right now for Davenport North. There's Ricky Davis. Number 11 is Mickey Sisk. 21 is Chad Burridge. And 35 is McQuay. So only non-starter in there right now, number 55, Blanks. He's replacing Kyle Burridge.
And 4 other guys, almost 5 guys on the perimeter that time for Davenport North.
McQuay hits his second 3 of the ball game. Anthony McQuay with 8 points for Davenport North, and they lead by 5. Nice feed underneath
nice
the Harriman.
pass. Good soft hands, too, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was. That was a beautiful feed and a beautiful finish.
On the move, caught it, and finished it off all in one time. That was a great play.
Wildcats maintain the lead, and they've got the basketball. 6 minutes, 12 seconds left to play in the second period. Davis from the perimeter for three.
There's something he's gotten better at. He's such a good athlete. A year or so ago, I don't know if he could have made that shot as confident as he did right there.
Davenport North's lead grows now to 6. And basically, one and done for Mason City because the shorter Wildcats are getting the rebounds quicker. Davis for second three in a row.
Whoa.
Now, you talk about a guy who's feeling it right now. Ricky Davis is. And for that reason, Bob Horner will use a timeout. There's a timeout on the floor. Now, here's a word from your local station. With back-to-back threes by Ricky Davis, Davenport North opens a 27-18 lead over Mason City. Time now for our Northwest Key stats, Jim.
Well, there's no question. Davenport North shooting 77% from the field. 41% is not bad. 5 for 6 from the three-point line for Davenport North. They've just been outstanding. I think when they scored those 19 points at the end of the game, they've just picked up from there.
Mason City's lost just once this year. That to Ankeny on Ankeny's floor, 81-63. So the Mohawks have not trailed in too many ball games. Sisk gets a hand on it, and coming up with a steal is Shad Burridge. Burridge tries to finish. Followed, not there by his cousin, Kyle Burridge, but the ball last touched by the Mohawks, and so Davenport North, up by 9, will have it. And it's a 6-point run on those back-to-back threes by Davis for the Wildcats.
Boy, had an opportunity there to get another basket. They had the numbers on the break, and that's what they're going to look for. Try to beat them down the floor, 3-on-2, 4-on-2, and take advantage of it.
The skip pass, but the ball deflected by Harriman with those long arms.
That's her 5th turnover.
Oliver for three. Harriman on the follow. And
Great
Harriman
tip.
stays after it.
Great tip. Brought the first one down a little bit and lost it, but boy, he went up on the second one with both hands strong and tipped that ball in.
That ends the 6-point run for Davenport North.
Davenport North's doing a good job of running the ball and taking a quick shot when they got it, but yet against a half-court zone defense, they're able to move the ball, penetrate, drop it off, find the open man.
Davis, is he still hot from outside? Not this time. Burridge tries to follow. Shad Burridge on the miss. And Harriman on the rebound.
Great steal by Ricky Davis on the rebound.
And inside Mason City, guilty of the foul. So this second quarter dominated by Davenport North.
Great play here. Mason City gets the rebound. Ricky Davis steps in and steals the basketball.
Davenport North, 3 buckets in this period, have all come at three-point range.
They're playing very well right now.
Harriman with the foul. Into the lineup comes Mike King. And leaving will be Steve Heston.
They're very quick on the boards. Even though they're much shorter, they get up there so quick. Sometimes they're up there before the big guys in Mason City have had a chance to jump.
Now 0 of 4 at the free throw line for Davenport North. So they lead by 7. It could be worse.
They need to back up and shoot those free throws from behind the circle.
See the slam cam, and you saw that one go through the net. And so it's 28-20. Davenport North with the lead of 8.
Again, full court pressure by Davenport. Oh, nice strong move in there by Dean Oliver.
Oliver's got 10. He averages 21. Coach Bob Horner says he could average 35 or 40 if he weren't so unselfish. Davis had to step right back in his face by Harriman.
Harriman again.
6 turnover against Davenport North.
That was a good defensive play. Goes straight up, affects the shot, makes him travel. Didn't foul. That's a good play by Harriman.
Oliver and Peterson on the back line for the Mohawks. Harriman, King, and Quartell up front.
Little single screen there for Dean Oliver.
Oliver trying to get around Kyle Burridge. Follow shot by Harriman does not roll down, and Davis goes high to pull down the rebound.
He doesn't miss many of those, I'll tell you that. 74% shooter. Great athletic move by Oliver to get it to the basket.
3:17 left in the second period. Sis sees an open path to the basket, instead finds an open man, Burridge. Pitch it back out to McQuay, and Harriman with a rebound.
Oh, great bounce pass on the break.
Peterson puts it up there too hard.
That's too bad because Bartell made a tremendous about 35-foot bounce pass there, and that's a hard play, and it was an excellent pass. A little tough to handle sometimes, though.
Steve Loker into the lineup for Mason City, and leaving will be starting guard Mike Peterson. 2:58 to go in the second period. Davenport North 28, Mason City 22. The state's top-ranked team has already fallen. Cedar Rapids Jefferson bowing to Iowa City West 54-43. Now the second-ranked team in the state down by 6.
Well, I think at this stage everybody's ranked #1 until they lose. It just doesn't matter when you get this far. You're playing well enough to win it.
Some great unselfishness that time by the Wildcats. Davis got a good shot, didn't get it down. Harriman gets the rebound.
How many rebounds has that Harriman kid had? Boy, he has been tremendous on the boards.
King at the other end. Count the basket.
Move.
Yeah, it was. Mike King, the 6'1 junior, takes it up strong, scores it. He's a football tight end. I think you could tell from that play.
That was a touchdown, then. Boy, he hung on to that ball, got under control, got hit really hard, and still was able to complete the play.
Sisk with his first foul. As far as the team fouls now, 4 for Davenport North, 5 for Mason City.
A good point for kids watching that. He never took his eyes off the rim. Even though he got hit, he didn't look onto the floor. He looked at the basket. He was able to convert it.
So Mike King, who averages 4, already has 4 off the bench. He's now got 5 in a relief role, and he pulls the Mohawks to within 3.
The game's slowing down a little bit, and that's actually to the advantage of Mason City.
Wildcats not a team with a lot of depth, and I wonder if that will become a factor down the stretch.
I tell you what, I don't think that's going to be as big a factor as if they can continue to make the outside shots. I mean, they shot 78% at one point, and that's going to be hard to match.
McQuay could not get that one. Oliver wants to finish and does.
Oh, he turned on the speed there, didn't he?
He really did. 12 points.
He was even. He was even with Sisk and then just went away from him.
And Mason City has a run. They've come back to within 1. There's a timeout. We'll be back in a moment.
Wherever I go, my helpers are always with me. But there's no way I'm taking them to the bank for a home improvement loan. So yesterday, during nap time, I called the Norwest 24-hour Loan Express. Asked a few simple questions, called back in an hour with approval. And this morning, I got this loan check in the mail. There's no easier way to get a loan. And I didn't even have to say, sit still.
Phone today, funds tomorrow.
At 1-800-2-WEST.
What if I burn myself? What if the pole breaks?
What if this guy throws a left when I'm expecting a right?
What if I hit my head on the backboard?
What if something happens to my little girl?
What if there were a healthcare organization that covered the U.S. Olympic team, so the only thing our athletes would have to worry about is pursuing their dreams?
What if I fall off the platform?
What if you didn't have to worry about healthcare? Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Iowa.
And Jim, the ebb and flow of basketball. Ricky Davis hit back-to-back threes, and Davenport North led by 9. Bob Horner took a Mason City timeout. It's all turned around since then.
0 for 8 since that timeout, and Mason City's gone 4 for 7. So it's going to be a flow game. One team goes, the other team goes.
Mason City has scored 9 of the last 10 points in the game. 1:35 left in half number 1.
Zone offenses look so good when those outside shots are going in. But when they quit going in, it's a little more difficult.
Sisk to the free throw line, hits the shot. Mickey Sisk, his second basket. And that is the first basket since the 5:44 mark. So Davenport North goes through a 4-minute stretch without a basket with just one free throw, but they hold the lead. Harriman gets double teamed, kicks it right back to Heston. Davis and Heston collide. It will be Davenport North ball.
Ricky Davis broke free early, and his teammate didn't see him. Then he tried to get him the ball later, and it was too late, and Mason City knocked it out by Heston.
Chad Burridge to inbound.
Now, do they hold for one shot here, Larry, you think?
With a 3-point lead into the last minute.
When you're 1 for 8, maybe you say, hey, let's hold it now and try to get one more shot.
Good point. Again, the Wildcats using, I guess they decide not to.
Yep.
Wildcats using just 6 players. The travel caused by Sisk. Sisk got in the way that time of Peterson.
Smart play. He knew he was going to get beaten in the fast break. And so he just established his position. And actually there was contact, but the travel happened before the contact.
Into the lineup for the Mohawks, the starter, Matt Bartell.
Now let's see if they hold the ball with 37 seconds to go.
Now I think there's a better chance they will.
I think as long as Ricky Davis is out that far, no one's going to shoot it. That's my guess.
In fact, there's nobody underneath the basket. I guess that would be the other key. Let's see if they don't try to get it in Davis's hands, though, for the final shot. Now Burridge is going to take it. The left-hander gets the bounce. Chad Burridge.
Touch. 5 seconds. Got to hurry.
Peterson trying to get clear for a shot. Got covered up on the double team. And so Davenport North has a 5-point lead over second-ranked Mason City. That's the end of the first half. With the score, Davenport North 32, Mason City 27. We'll be back at Veterans Auditorium in just a moment.
My work days usually last about 14 hours. That makes things like banking a little harder for me. So yesterday during lunch when I was paying bills, I called the Norwest 24-hour Loan Express about a debt consolidation loan. They asked a few simple questions, called back in an hour with approval. And this morning I got this loan check in the mail. There's no easier way to get a loan.
Phone today, funds tomorrow.
At 1-800-2-WEST.
The big news about Blue Ribbon Beef is the money-back guarantee.
So when you choose Blue Ribbon Beef, you get the best quality.
It's aged for tenderness.
It's leaner. It's guaranteed.
If you're not happy,
Consistently happy, I'll give you your money back with a smile.
I know my business.
I've got 15 years of experience.
21 years.
35 years of experience.
Only the best gets a blue ribbon, and I'll put my name on it.
Blue Ribbon Beef. It's better beef. You be the judge. Only at Hy-Vee.
Halftime of this 4A semifinal game, and it's Davenport North 32 and Mason City 27. Iowa City and Coralville Hy-Vee Food Stores congratulate the Iowa City West Trojans on their win earlier today in the 4A semifinals. Hy-Vee is a proud sponsor of high school athletics. We'll be back at Veterans Auditorium in a moment after this pause for station identification. Halftime of this 4A semifinal. Davenport North leading Mason City by a score of 32-27. Let's go downstairs to our colleague Tim Seaman.
Thanks a lot, Larry. Coming up again later tonight, the 1A and the 2A championships, and now a chance to talk with the head men of those 2A teams. Brad Mosier of Westwood on my left, and Jack Christensen from here at North Polk, Alleman next to me on my right. And we'll start over here, Jack. It's something new for you and your team.
Yeah, very exciting for the kids. They're a hard-working group of kids that really deserve to be here. So, we're excited about playing the game tonight.
You look at the stat book, and there's only one team in the tournament that shoots more threes than yourselves. That three-point line's been awfully good to your club.
It's been good to us. We're pretty balanced. We can go inside or outside, but last night we had the good fortune to make some of those shots. We're not afraid to shoot them, but again, we will go inside if we have to.
Talk for me for a second how the tournament appearances from your football and your baseball team have affected your club. They didn't get to play for a championship. Yours will.
Yeah, I think in pressure situations, it makes a big difference, how the kids react. We're fortunate that the kids have been able to do some of those things, and I think it makes a difference in those tight games.
On the season so far there, what do you like about the Westwood Sloan Club that you'll see?
I like how they shoot. They're very, very consistent shooting the ball.